What's going on, guys? TK Pryor coming at you again, and this time I want to hit you guys with the success factor. Sometimes you say the it factor, or that person has charisma, and other people sort of naturally migrate toward that person's personality. Well, when you don't have the it factor, what actions produce results? How much of your day is spent on being methodical in terms of producing some sort of change? Think about this. You say you're hungry. Well, being hungry is not enough. You actually have to find ways to get food. And then once you get food, you actually have to put it in your mouth and eat it. So how do you translate that concept into business? How do you do something in business that produces results, that actually produces money? And then what do you put that money into so that it works harder for you than you had to work in order to get it? That's the key. They always say it's not how much money you have, millionaires, paper money holders, it's how much money you keep. So if you keep your money in other tangible assets like gold, silver, and cryptocurrency, then you're accumulating a bank, the bank of you. And the bank of you is based on tangible assets, things you can physically fall back on that act like financial insurance. And then that financial insurance is something you can pull out your policy at any given hardship and say, you know what, I've got $100,000 in gold, I've got $100,000 in silver, and I've got $100,000 in multiple forms of cryptocurrency. I can pull any one of those out of my vault and use it when I need to. And that has nothing to do with bank, that has nothing to do with paper, that has nothing to do with governmental systems of control. That's the bank of you, the sovereign bank of international diversification. So why is that not popular? Why is it that's not what people talk about? Why is that not something that goes viral? It makes mathematical sense, but it doesn't make people move in terms of actions that produce results. So I'm thinking in terms of being hungry, and I'm like, I am sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm hungry, and I need to be methodical. I need to say, okay, you know what? Every time I make a mistake, I instantly get burned for it. I'm one of those weird personalities that I'm not allowed to make the same mistakes that everybody else makes because they get away with it with no repercussions. Me, it blows up in my face and turns into World War III. So, okay, I need to, one, do the right thing. Two, I need to be methodical in terms of what do I do? So I said, okay, the first thing is network marketing. Jumped into it head in. I'm an all-in type guy. Paid for the programs and then started advertising. No traction on my advertising. People don't look at Carrot Bars. I've been a VIP for over a year. Don't look at it as a means to accumulate gold. They don't respect it as a company that can actually give you a solution. So nobody joins me in Carrot Bars. I don't really make a lot of money, and I move on to other things. I'm like, okay, fine. Carrot Bars is not producing affiliates. People aren't joining me. What can I do to produce cash? I say, okay, let's get into some cash flow businesses. I joined the $1 billion app. The whole concept of people playing games on their cell phones makes sense. People do it naturally without you begging them to do it. So if I'm on the affiliate, the paid side of a mobile app that allows you to interact with live sports while it's going on, and you're making play calls, you're having fun, you're inviting your friends to join you, you're competing, I say, well, that's gonna make financial sense, and it should be something that easily propagates for affiliates and just regular game players. So I put effort into the $1 billion app. It doesn't launch until the fall. We'll see how the dust falls in terms of whether or not the few people that I recruited into the system propagate forward and I actually start making a check. So then I'm telling you that, okay, I'm gonna take the money that I'm making from the $1 billion app, which is outside of my job, extra money I wouldn't receive otherwise, and I'm going to put it into 20% compounding in e-dinar, because 20% is more than 1% that the average bank account pays in terms of a savings account. So a cryptocurrency savings account with e-dinar makes more mathematical sense at 20% than a 1% savings account with Bank of America does saving in fiat currency. So I take all of the money from the $1 billion app and I pour it into 20% compounding, and we see what happens. I haven't got to that point in my life because the app hasn't launched, and I'm still trying to recruit people into the $1 billion app. But that's effort that I say that's methodical. That's me making a smart decision financially to increase my future based on actions today, producing results tomorrow, right? So I say, okay, the average millionaire has 7 sources of income. I'm like, well, let me find another cash flow business. Here comes the cryptocurrency company called Avalon Life. So Avalon Life allows you to participate in an educational package that teaches you the ins and outs of cryptocurrency for the newbies that know nothing about what a Bitcoin is. They give you mining at wholesale prices. You become a mining company yourself because you can retail the packages at the margin that the company's giving you the mining at. And they also give you coins at wholesale, so you can buy Bitcoin at wholesale price instead of market price. So I'm like, okay, this makes sense. This is the essence of cryptocurrency. I'm already in cryptocurrency as an advocate, so why not do this? So now I did a lot of effort in the pre-launch of Avalon Life, sponsored a lot of people, and I'm waiting for the company to launch. Okay, the company launched. Now, all of the people that I recruited during pre-launch have to pay for their membership. Well, if they don't pay for their membership by the 15th of August, they're going to be kicked out of the company. They lose their position in the matrix, and boom, that's the end of that. So I say, well, I just wait until September 1st when the dust settles, and let's see how much money I generate every month from Avalon Life, because the compensation plan allows you to make up to $150,000 or $100,000 a month. Big compensation plan based on what they've set up. So I paid for my license, I spent the money, and I said, that's being methodical. I'm gonna pay for the license to become a cryptocurrency wholesaler through Avalon Life. I'm already involved in close to one of the largest cryptocurrency groups on Facebook, which is called Cryptocurrency Entrepreneurs. We grow at about 2 people per day. So I'm like, hey, I can present this to those people, leverage the group, and hopefully make a decent income, and then convert that income from Avalon Life into eDinar, which gains 20% every single month. I was like, that's being methodical, but I haven't reached that point in my life yet. The company hasn't got to September 1st where I see how many people are left in my organization after the pre-launch and after who pays and who doesn't pay. So all of these are decisions that I think about in terms of what can I do to spend money on things that make money and put money